Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about the big finale, the ending of the DCAU as we know it, and that is Justice League Dark Apokolips War. Now I'm going to do my best to keep this as spoiler-free as humanly possible, but there are maybe some things that I might let slip. I may do another video talking about spoilers later because this was such an event type of film that quite honestly deserved a theatrical release if you ask me. So let's just go ahead and get right into it with that, and let's start with the fact that this was definitely a much better movie than a lot of the most recent DCAU, especially a lot of the original stuff. If we're talking about Hush, with the exception of maybe Red Sun, there are a lot of DCAU movies that really haven't been doing it for me, but this was more in the continuity of what's happening within that storyline and not necessarily a spin-off or based on comics solely type of movie. Now, this one was somewhat based on comics as there is something called the Dark Side Wars within the DC Comics, which is very much based around this, but this had a lot more original feel to it because of some of the bold choices that were made. Now, I'm no expert in saying that some of this stuff may have been from the comics directly, but I do feel like a lot of it did feel original, and I like that a lot. Some of the choices that were made, although there are, especially with the finale, it just sort of feels like a rehash, like did we have to go with that? But I feel like it was ultimately the right choice to make. And piggybacking off of some of those bold concepts and those changes, although they are a little bit jarring to some, it felt like it was a blend of a couple of different storylines, which I quite enjoyed because it felt like a blend of storylines that I actually liked. It wasn't something that felt like very trying to be accurate and failing miserably at that. But on top of that, they went above and beyond. They took that boldness and really took it all the way to the max by making this an R-rated movie, which they show all the blood, all the guts, everything, and they actually went for it. And this being the finale, I felt like they should have. The DCAU has been probably the best animated in terms of superheroes. Marvel's not that great. DC has been doing a much better job, but they have faltered as of late. But this one was hands down probably one of the best in my opinion, and I will definitely be making sure to watch it again and again. Even though I didn't really like the original Justice League Dark, this one felt a lot bigger in scope, had a lot more story to tell, and I just had a lot more fun with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and end it there. Justice League Dark Apokolips War was an amazing movie, definitely worth the price to purchase and own. I'm sure that they're going to come out with some animated series collection with all the DCAU movies included, but if this one is included, it's probably going to be worth most of that price, if not worth buying on its own, which I wasn't a big fan of the first Justice League Dark, so being able to see this one was just so much more of a joy because everybody got involved. There was a stake for every single character at some point for the most part, which was a lot of fun. But I highly recommend checking it out. It's now available, I think, on all the streaming platforms or like the Amazon Videos, the iTunes, the Voodoos, what have you. Available across all those platforms. Highly recommend checking it out. If you guys have seen Justice League Dark Apokolips War, make sure you let me know down in the comment section down below if you liked it, if you didn't like it, if whatever the case may be. And also, just a quick note, we did have a little bit of a preview of what's to come from Entertainment Weekly, I believe, of what the sort of reboot's going to be. And we're going to start with Superman Man of Tomorrow. It looks okay. It's just an image, but animation style is interesting. Kind of reminds me of Johnny Quest, but if you have seen that image, or I'm going to put it up here on the screen just so you guys can see it, let me know your thoughts and opinions about that in the comment section down below too. Are you interested to see where they're going to go with this? Are they going to follow the 5G format, where we're going to see a lot of these characters back in time in their sort of heyday, like the 30s, 40s, what have you, or even 50s, I'm not sure, and then lead up to the new characters like the comics are doing? I don't really know what's going on, but either way, the future could be bright for the animated sphere for DC. Hopefully it will continue based off of this. But other than that, those are my thoughts and opinions on Justice League Dark Apokolips War. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.